Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I'm so happy you're here with me. My name is Victoria. For those friends that are new here, I'm so happy that you're here. Every Wednesday, we hang out together. We do lots of things from little do-it-yourselfs, which we did last week in preparation for this week. Today, we are going to set the table for Thanksgiving. I live in Florida, so it is not cold and beautiful. I'm looking outside at literally, you guys, one tree. I'm going to show it to you. The one tree that is turning a different color. So I long for the fall. I grew up in New Jersey and I really miss that time of year. So it makes my heart so happy when I can turn my AC down and feel festive. So today, let's start setting the table for Thanksgiving. First thing we're going to do to set the table is anchor all the things we're going to put on the table. So I love to use a table runner because I actually really love the wood on my table. If you are a person that's like, I don't love my table, then grab a beautiful tablecloth. I also think it would be fine to do double layers. If you had a tablecloth and then you want the table runner to act as your main anchor on the table. And what I mean by that is if you think about a room in design, a lot of times what anchors the space is the rug. So this is acting like the rug in our room, which is our table. I am going to deck it out for Thanksgiving. Last week, if you missed it, we created beautiful things together, all doing it yourself from Walmart. Literally, you could go to one store, gather the things that you need to create a beautiful table. One of those things were we made pumpkin vases. Here they are. I love them so much. So I'm gonna go off of the lighting. That's how I'm going to balance my tablescape. I know a lot of you are very type A and you want everything to be balanced. I am not type A at all, if you haven't learned that by now. I am truly a free spirit. But in design, there are times for, well, actually, there's always balance in design, in my opinion, even when it comes to something like this. So I'm going to use our three pieces as the anchors and the starting for this tablescape. Flowers always make for a beautiful tablescape. I think they make everyone feel special and they're so beautiful and it's fun to bring the outdoors indoors. Now that we have our three main pieces, I'm kind of trying to go off the lighting. I think my table isn't centered though. So I'm gonna go off of the, what is this thing called? Table runner. Okay, we're gonna move on to our little pumpkins that we made. We made our own taper holders last week out of pumpkins. Again, I will link that for you if you want to go back and watch the do-it-yourself for the fall Thanksgiving. So we have four. I'm just gonna make sure our eye moves throughout the table with the little taper pumpkins. This one is missing a candle in there. And this is going to, like most things, when you're styling something, you're going to try and try again until you love it. A lot of the items that you'll see me style the table with today that were not handmade are coming from my bundles collection. I have a home decor subscription box called the Free Spirit Bundle, and this is actually one of our pieces in the Petite and the Elite this quarter. We have two subscription options. This was a piece that I loved. Of course, it's a vase. You can fill it with florals, or why not put a taper in it? Or even a pillar candle would be beautiful. I have pine cones in there and that's what's helping it to stand upright. I mean, I could have used sticky tape or something on the bottom, but I didn't. I just shoved the candle in the pine cones. If you were around for the first fall Decorate With Me, we created a centerpiece box together and it took trying and trying and trying again. And that's the same thing with this. I'm gonna mix, so I took those pieces from that center box and now I'm gonna mix in some of the copper candlesticks. These gorgeous guys come in a set of 3. I'm using all 3 on the tablescape. They are in the fall collection Build Your Own bundle, as well as the glass actually. I just realized that. and lots of tapers to choose from. So if you love what you see today and you're inspired and you need to add a few candlesticks, please support our small business Free Spirit Bundle. You can use coupon code FALL and save $10 at checkout. But mixing the metals with the glass is gonna be really pretty. One of my favorite pieces that came in a past Free Spirit Bundle Elite are these candlesticks. I'm gonna partner him. I'm gonna put the other one over there, I think. Separating them, where do we want this guy? Here. I think I'm gonna move the pumpkin over here now that I see it together. And we're mixing all the different colors of candlesticks and different shapes and colors of the glass to really give us a beautiful, eclectic feel on our Thanksgiving table this year. I don't like him there either. I'm gonna go around to the other side, maybe pop him there. I'm thinking in sets of 3, sometimes 2, but it's nice to do in odd numbers. There's just something balanced about that, in my opinion. And remember, it's all about the layers. So we're starting with the candles, then we'll layer in all the textures, then set the table settings. You always wanna make sure you see everything from all the angles, not just one view. I love the gold with the glass, it's so pretty. I also want to leave room for the plates and all the things. We do cafeteria style Thanksgiving at our house, so I can fill the table with beautiful things and everyone has to get up to get their food. I think that if we hot glue this, that's gonna work. I'm gonna plug in the hot glue gun so that the candlestick inside your pumpkin, if you did it yourself too big like I did, then it should be okay if we hot glue the bottom of that guy. I'm liking the color balance. Your eyes moving, like there's the ivory, more ivory, ivory, ivory. There's the burnt orange, 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 orange mustards. So it's all kind of balanced. Now we're going to add in, let's do some leaves and pine cones. Now that our candlesticks are placed and the big weighted things are on the table, looks really pretty. It's so pretty all by itself, but we're gonna add more texture. These pine cones, I actually cut off of something that's coming in our November Free Spirit Bundle Petite box. It looks like this. It's gorgeous and you can hang it on a door with a ribbon. I decided, which I do have that, and I have a couple that have created a gorgeous garland on my mantle, and they're gonna be brilliant on the table. So I just literally cut this garland apart to use this as part of our centerpiece. Something that came in a past Free Spirit Bundle, I love these linen napkins. We created these little napkin rings.
Instead of buying napkin rings, I decided to create my own by using this dried natural star bunch. I cut it to separate it, and then I simply used some flower wire and twisted it around. Then I used twine, hot glued a couple pine cones, and now I can simply tie it around my napkin.
All with natural elements. This dried star bunch is in Free Spirit Bundle Build Your Own. These leaves, they actually come in a box. Those are also available in Build Your Own. We're gonna definitely use these with the pine cones across the tablescape. But I thought, what a simple way to make your guests feel so special by simply writing their name on a leaf. Those are all part of it, and part of our do-it-yourself was spray painting all of these pumpkins, which will go at each table setting. The votives, again, just add another layer of candlelight. So many of these are available right now in BYOB. This is actually a new one, and I love him. Look how pretty. Moss. Moss makes everything better. I definitely am gonna want that under our pumpkins. But let's start with layering in the leaves and the pine cones all throughout the candlesticks. I'm simply tucking in the end of the pine cone kind of next to the candlesticks. Instead of just laying them out, I might need to steal some pumpkins from around the house in order for the whole tablescape to make sense. I'm gonna try adding these little handful of botanicals
just throughout the table like I had on my other tablescape.
Now that our centerpiece is done, we're going to use chargers. Why do I use a charger? Again, it kind of acts as an anchor for our plates and bowls. So this is going to go down first. If you don't have a charger, it's okay, especially if you have a tablecloth. One of the reasons I want something is because I don't have a placemat, which would also work as an anchor. So I'm going to use these plastic chargers. Also, by using a charger, it's going to help people feel their space. Like if someone's claustrophobic, they're like, this is my zone. Stay out of my zone. Now that our chargers are in place, we're going to put our plates on top. I have these fun little leaf garlands. Oh, actually, they don't go yet. It's just time for the plates. I decided not to use our china. I usually save that for Christmas. My china is very eclectic. Every single piece is different because I didn't want to be sad if a piece got broken. And a lot of them tell a story where I have my grandmother's and my mom's. My aunt has gotten me pieces. I found several in Goodwill. These are actually the plates that Scott and I bought for ourselves when we got married. He won't let us use them every day, you guys. He's like, no, only for special occasions. The kids are gonna break them all. So, Thanksgiving is special. I believe special things should be used all the time, but I'm honoring my husband and I'm so happy we get to use the plates that we bought for ourselves when we got married. Next are the smaller salad plates. Ooh, love. Now we're going to dress our plate before the bowl with just this little crown of greenery. Now for our homemade napkin rings and table setting. My father is always at the head of my table. Mom sits right next to him, and Scott and I usually like to sit across from them. We're doing so good, you guys. It's one layer at a time. On to the silverware and glasses. Now on to the things that need to help us function at the table, the silverware. I would love to get gold silverware, but you guys, I just can't even justify it. When Scott and I got married, the amount of silverware that we have is insane. I mean, we are a blended family of 7, so we do need a lot of silverware, but when it's our dish day, we wait a couple days. The children all have a dish day too. So I'm thankful that we have so much. Now we are ready for our final 2 finishing touches. Going to get those little pumpkins we spray painted together last week, as well as one more candle for everybody's spot. Bundle. This is one that's so beautiful. And this way everyone has their own candlelight. We are on the last little detail, you guys, the pumpkins. They all need to have a little moss underneath them. And I will place them at everyone's spot. And we are ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. So for those friends that don't know, I am an interior designer for a living. And every year I host something in my home called Sip and Shop. It's so much fun, and it's when this season in my home pivots to Christmas. Now, I do that the second weekend in November, November 9, 10, 11. But if you are a Free Spirit Bundle subscriber, you guys always get first dibs. So your live Sip and Shop is November 8th. It's a Wednesday evening. So what I'm going to do when I'm done decorating this Thanksgiving table with you, as you know, when you record YouTubes, you have to be several weeks ahead. So I'm going to make a separate bin, take some pictures, and this is what I will have set up on Thanksgiving Day, even though the rest of my house will be ready for Christmas. There's just something about, like, I can't do the Thanksgiving table with Christmas. I will have pumpkins on Thanksgiving, even if there's Christmas trees every place else in my home. Growing up, my mom always waited until after Thanksgiving to put up the tree, and I did that as well until I became a business owner. And then I was like, man, if I wait till December, everyone's already gonna be decorated. So I really do love it. And that's also why I start my fall September 1st. So be inspired with your moss, and I honestly use moss all throughout the year with all different things. Let's put these beauties on the table.
But now you're gone, and all I have is time. And though you're not here anymore, I still think about you. 'Cause baby, I didn't forget you. Hey, no, I didn't forget you, baby.
Table is ready. I hope you were inspired. I had so much fun setting the table with you guys. You truly inspire me, and that is why I hang out here every Wednesday with you guys. So again, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button, and we would be so grateful. Tell me in the comments below if you are hosting Thanksgiving this year. I would love for you to check out freespiritbundle.com for lots of the items that we use today in our table decorating, from the napkins to the votives to taper candles, gold candlesticks, glass candlesticks, the leaves that went on the table, and of course the pine cones if you would love to be a Free Spirit Bundle Petite member or my Free Spirit Bundle Elite member, the vases, so many yummy and beautiful things. Because I love you and I want to say thank you, and I hope you have an amazing Thanksgiving. If you do find anything in Build Your Own Bundle, use coupon code Thanksgiving and it will save you $15 at checkout as my gift back to you to have a wonderful and amazing holiday. I can tell you I am incredibly thankful for you. I can't wait to see the beautiful tablescapes that you create. I hope this kickstarts that motivation for you and you're able to gather the things you need to love on your family or yourself. If it's just two of you, celebrate. Make yourself feel special because you are. We are all extraordinary people. I hope this inspired you today. I am incredibly grateful for you guys. I literally couldn't do this without you. So thank you each week for hanging out. Have an amazing week. Be sure to check back next week. We are actually going to share I'm laughing because it was actually a nightmare of a weekend, like only with one of our children. But anyway, when Bella went off to college, we shifted all the rooms. So everyone went to a different space, and we share with you how the boys learned how to hang wood detail wall in their room, and Cassidy learned how to paint. I guarantee you will learn something from those teenagers. Come check it out. See you next week, guys.